All right. Last question, and then we'll open it up for any questions from the audience. What's the one thing that you would change about the music business?
God damn, can I write a book? We'd be here all motherfucking night. I mean, honestly, there's no wrong answer.
Right.
Because the industry now is fucked up and it's good. So it's just, oh shit, what would I change? I mean, to be honest, I mean, a lot of this popcorn shit it's crazy because the corny shit is what's making it. You could be corny as fuck and be as simple as fuck and make it and then fall. You know what I'm saying? I look at cats like Lil Yachty. It's the wackest motherfucker I've ever heard in my life. He made it. But now he ain't really doing shit. But he's up there. Trinidad James is another motherfucker. He, to me, he was a coon rapper. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, honestly, let's all be real. When you first saw the video, the all and everything, first thing we thought, this motherfucker's a coon. You see what I'm saying? And that was my thought about it. But he had a hot ass beat, and the motherfucking, I mean, the beat was everything for that song. But then when he got in the industry and he started making records, it was like, okay, this nigga's whack. Yeah, permed his hair and shit. Like, don't nobody fuck with that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like now. You got cats like the Migos that are saying they're the greatest rap group ever. Bullshit. I mean, they got hits right now. They got radio hits. Not the greatest rap group ever. Greatest rap group ever was motherfucking Run DMC and motherfucking... Actually, Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Hands down. Because they were the first rap group to get a Grammy. You know what I'm saying? And change the game and do a lot of shit. But as far as the industry now, it's so much. It's so much you can actually change in the industry, but I mean, we don't know where it's going because it's so much fucked up shit, and it's a lot of good shit.
Well, what I would change about the music business is I would make it back to the way that it originally was, and I'm speaking directly about hip hop. And this is something that you local guys can incorporate into what you're doing, and let me help you understand. Once upon a time, there was a DJ, there was a rapper. Somehow or another, they done fired the goddamn DJ, right? But every artist says, well, we don't get no love from the DJs. The DJs ain't playing my record. These DJs here is whack. Hold on, slow down. When people say that, then I ask you, well, who's your DJ? Then you get quiet. Can you name 10 DJs? You get quiet. Can you name 5? Yeah, you'll name 5. You'll name the DJs that's on the radio. If you're an artist, and you're in the city of Detroit or any fucking city, you need to know the hottest DJs in that area. Period. That's your job. The second thing you need to do is, it's a relationship business. You need to employ one of those hottest fucking DJs in the city, because it's a relationship business. If Don Q calls me, we know 300 DJs a piece. If Don Q say, hey, Gert, I got this man, this little Uzi. You know what I'm saying? I need you to give it some spins. I said, oh, nigga, I got you. He gonna call Steady Rock. And then, you know, the top DJs is gonna play shit, right? And then you got DJs that's following the top DJs. They're all gonna follow suit. It's simple. Employ you a fucking DJ. But y'all don't wanna do that. Y'all don't have a DJ in the studio with you A&R in your records. Y'all make all this shit. Y'all do all this shit yourself. And then you want to sit at home on Facebook. And then you want to email Gert. Hey, Gert, tell me what you think about this record. Well, fool, you didn't make the fucking record. What do it care what I care about the fucking record? It's already made. So what do you think? So I hear this shit. I'm like, nigga, it's all right. You think you give it some spins? I'll see what I can do. But then you don't even come down to the fucking bar for me to play your records. I'ma just be playing it for them, but you ain't here for me to play your fucking record. You ain't sitting nobody down. I DJ 4 or 5 nights a week. Some of them I get the fucking door. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, and this is no disrespect to nobody, we're all starving artists. From the DJ, to the producer, to the artist, to the promoter, to the fucking club owner. Everybody's here trying to make a couple of extra dollars, but we ain't helping each other out. Everybody has their own selfish agenda. So to answer your question, what I would change about the music business, the DJ, the rapper.
That is it. I'm
just gonna say basically, I wish everybody get paid the way they're supposed to get paid.
I'm with that. I'm definitely with that.
If I could change one thing, I would eliminate the social media aspect and have it ran by professionals. Because a lot of times you can see people's stuff and like them as an individual, and then you see their social media and you don't want nothing to do with them just based off how they deal with their lives in general and the things that come out of their mouth. A lot of it is not knowledgeable, and that's where artist development, I wish they would bring that back, because it's a certain way you should carry yourself when you're out in the public. It's a certain way you should carry yourself when you're with the DJs. A certain way when you around other producers and other artists. You shouldn't always give your opinion in certain sets and things like that. But in reality, I miss the days of just doing the research. You can look this up on YouTube and everything. Like when you watch Marvin Gaye and all the artists before us, they was in the room and like everybody was together. It wasn't no, yeah, email me the beat and I'm gonna send you my verse back. You can't really feel the dynamic energy of the way God blessed us by being all the way on the other side of time. You need to come over here and sit down with me. Let me understand you as an individual. Let's sit down, let's eat something, let's drink a beer, and let's talk about what you're trying to do. And that's what a producer should do. He should be able to paint the picture that the artist is trying to project through music. And when you're not doing that, you throwing these beats together, you're not reaching, you might get a little hit, but you ain't getting that 10-year run like Gin and Juice, or you know what I'm saying, like other artists that's been out there, y'all good for like 6 months. I don't mean no disrespect by this, but y'all not having that 6-year run, 10-year run, because there's no real motion in the music that you're making. And you need to bring that back, and the only way to do that is to get everybody together. And sometimes you have to look at things like they're an investment. Like I may tell you, throw the DJ $200 to come to your set. 2 things you can guarantee about a DJ. Number 1, they know the tempo, how fast the record should be, how slow it should be, and what's mediocre and what you need to do. So you should invite a DJ, just give him $200. If you're saying you can't pay that, then you're not willing to invest into yourself. Get other producers' opinions. One producer don't know everything. Get some other producers and get the little competition thing going, because anybody that's serious about music, they gonna always try to make their stuff better, respectfully, like Timberland and Dr. Dre.
Good information right there, good information. So we're gonna open it up now for any questions for our panelists. Anybody got any questions? Put your hand up or just ask your questions, and we'll kind of go from there. Any questions? We got one back there.
Yeah, me and Don, we were talking about originality. Like when people are trying to give you music that already sounds like somebody else in the game, like what kind of advice you give them, like to get you to want to spin them in that other way?
You gotta move around. I ain't mean to cut nobody off. Did you finish that? You gotta move around. You gotta realize that it's other producers in other states, it's in other countries. The world big right now, so like it ain't like it was when we was running around and we only had 2 producers that was hot. You got 10, 15 of them now. So if you got an attitude problem with this one, or you telling people like, yeah, then you gotta be open as an artist too. You can't listen to the radio all the time and say, I need something that sound like T Grizzly. No, find you a niche for yourself. You see what I'm saying? Because anytime you keep doing the same thing that somebody else do, you a carbon copy, you a spin-off. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta move around. Go to Cali, fly out to Cali, see who hot out there. It's not hard. Go to some of the clubs, let people know what you're trying to do, because in reality, you're not gonna really make no money off records anyway. Where it's gonna come in now, it ain't like it used to be. You ain't making a whole lot of money off CDs. You making them off shows. So you gotta have a record that's gonna make people go crazy, and the only way you're gonna do that is to move around. Like, see what, like, the producer in Canada that do Drake stuff, he's dope. Yeah, and they got people that's just as good as him, but you just gotta find them, and that's that. It's about you doing your own research for yourself.
Anybody else with a question? Any more questions? Who else? Anybody? I know y'all got some questions. Any other questions?
I do want to add something too, though. One thing I want artists to keep in mind: just because you give Don Q a record, don't mean me or Gert got the motherfucker. That's one of the biggest things I have, where I come across an artist and they be like, "Hey man, I want you to spin my shit," and I be like, "Well, I don't have it." Well, I gave it to BJ, and I be like, that's my man's, but you can't give one DJ your record and expect that he gonna give it to every DJ he work with, because we all working. I don't have time to call Don and say, Don, I just got a record from MC such and such. You want me to send it to? No, I don't. We don't think like that. We get a record, we see where we can fit it in our set. So if you got a record, you want to make sure you reach out to, okay, I'm gonna go to Don Q, and let's say Don Q, you know, he worked with Blast and everybody over there. Don't just think that Don Q gonna give it to Blast. Don't think he gonna give it to Scratch. Catch up with them niggas on your own and make sure they got it as well. You know what I'm saying? Just like with Gert. Well, I need to go holler at Gert. Holler at Gert, but don't expect everybody around Gert to have your record because Gert got it. Because one thing about DJs, when we got some, like one thing, and Don can attest to this, when we got some hot shit, we want to be the first motherfucker on it, we ain't giving that shit out. that's just some DJ shit. It's just some ego DJ shit. I got a hot ass record, I want to be like, oh shit, I need to play this, ain't nobody fucking with it. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. You know what I'm saying? So as an artist, you just want to make sure you touch motherfuckers and reach out to the DJs and make sure, just because you gave it to Don, you got to make sure you give it to Blast. You got to make sure you give it to everybody in this crew if you want those results.
Also, I want to add to that, is if you do get Steady or any other job to play your record, make sure that you follow up with him and make sure that you tell them what you're doing on the end. Because while I'm playing your record, I want you to be somewhere else working your record. I want you to be on the internet. I want you to be telling everybody to tune in because Don about to play it. I want you to go to the other clubs. I want you to go to the other DJs and work with everybody because I'm already on it. You don't have to just hang on me, but there's so many other guys. And I'm going to call you and ask you, because I do it with T-Ville all the time. I ask them every time I see them. I'm playing your record. Are you getting the results that you want? Are people contacting you? Are people, coming up to you saying, hey, I heard the record? Are you getting gigs? Are you people, who also want the record? The other DJs approaching you? Make sure you follow up. Because I want to call you and ask you, what are you doing? And if you ain't doing nothing, I'm going to quit playing and I'm going to move on.
I'm serious.
Then we had another question from a man right here.
Yeah, I got a question. I want to know, like, is it ever a time where a DJ just hear music and just take initiative on his own? You know what I'm saying? Like, say for instance, if you hear some music but you don't even know who the person is, you like, man, I want to play this. Would you just play it by yourself? You know what I'm saying? Without even knowing the person? Or no?
To answer the question, yes. If I hear something and it's dope, I'm going to give it what is called a test spin. And what I do at the bars when I do test spins is early in the night before the party gets real hype, and I'll put the record on and I'll pay attention to the room. If everybody's in there bobbing to it, they feeling it, then I'll keep giving the test spins, and eventually I'm moving into a segment that I like to call the heat segment. But we always want to give records, a test spin. We just don't want to just drop it, during the hot segment.
I wanted to add to that. I just want to ask a question real quick. How many people out there are artists? Just this four right here? I know y'all four right here. Out of the four of y'all, how many of y'all got a real publishing company that's set up for music? It's registered, meaning, you see what I'm saying? The question you just asked, if you had a hot record and they was playing, they had to yank the record off because your publishing not even set up. Because when they start spinning the record, it's pointless if your BDS and SoundScan and things are not set up properly for you to get the spins that you need. Yeah, I'm gonna explain that. Like with the publishing, and that's why this is important, because you're really wasting your time, like all this old terminology and Jedi mind tricks y'all be using. No disrespect, but that putting the record in the mail and sending it back to yourself, that's nothing. When there used to be people who say they could copyright their song by putting it in the mail and sending it back to themselves. So you gotta register the song properly, and when you register the song, you gotta make sure you're not registering as a songwriter. A songwriter just says that you have the credit for saying, look, I wrote this song or I produced it. When you're the publisher, that means that you own the song. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to have all of this stuff in order before you even they are professionals.
I got a question too.